Across the world, history whispers through ruins, relics, and riddles. There are stories buried beneath the earth, mysteries etched in stone, and enigmas so powerful they defy time itself. Welcome to Tales Unfolded, where the past is not forgotten, but reborn. If you love unraveling ancient mysteries and exploring the unexplained, you've come to the right place. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like button, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a journey into the unknown. Today, we dive deep into 4 extraordinary mysteries that still baffle historians and archaeologists. The sealed tomb of China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, the lost burial site of Genghis Khan, the alleged discovery of a giant in France, the mind-bending Longyou Caves in China. Now, let's unfold the tales. In the heart of China, over 2,000 years ago, the first emperor of a unified nation, Qin Shi Huang, was a man on a mission. He built the Great Wall to keep his empire safe, standardized currency, writing, and law. But his greatest creation was his legacy, an eternal kingdom that would outlive him. When Qin Shi Huang died in 200 BC, he planned to rule the afterlife, just as he ruled the living, with an army at his command and unimaginable riches at his side. Today, his most famous creation is buried with him, the Terracotta Army, an underground legion of thousands of life-sized clay soldiers. Each warrior is unique, crafted with different facial features, hairstyles, and even birthmarks. They guarded the emperor's final journey and continued to do so today. Discovered in 1974 by Chinese farmers digging a well, the Terracotta Army is a wonder of the ancient world and a UNESCO World Heritage Site. But according to ancient texts, like those of the historian Sima Qian, this is only the beginning. The real secret lies beneath the emperor's tomb, a vast mausoleum filled with rivers of flowing mercury, palaces of gold and ceilings encrusted with pearls to resemble the night sky. At its center lies Qin Shi Huang, untouched, waiting to be studied. Here's the mystery. Despite decades of research, no one has opened it. The mausoleum remains sealed. And there are good reasons for that. In 2006, scientists used ground-penetrating radar to peer inside without disturbing the site. They found a large chamber with smaller rooms branching off, possibly containing the emperor's favorite concubines. But the main tomb sits undisturbed. And that's no accident. You see? The emperor's grand entrance is sealed with a massive stone door, 4 feet thick, decorated with images of mountains and magical creatures. But it's the levels above that truly impress. One level up, the roof is covered with 180,000 pearls, each one hand-strung like a tiny bead on a necklace. It took 8 years to complete this ceiling, which was designed to reflect the light just like the night sky. But to get there, you must pass through 2 more stone doors, each more elaborate than the last. And behind those doors, the temperature plummets by 18 degrees Celsius. So the question is, why haven't we opened it yet? Well, some believe that if Qin Shi Huang's tomb was truly a palace of wonders, wouldn't we have seen it by now? Others argue that the risks outweigh the rewards. The tomb hasn't been disturbed for over 2,000 years. Who knows what dangers it holds? Most worry about the mercury, which can be deadly in high concentrations. Scientists have already detected high levels of mercury in the soil above the tomb, and fear opening it could release a toxic cloud. So, for now, the mystery remains. Does Qin Shi Huang rest in a palace of wonders? Or do even darker secrets lie beneath that mound of earth? Only time, perhaps, will tell when we finally uncover the secrets of China's first emperor. What happened to the body of Genghis Khan? As one of the greatest conquerors in history, it seems like the final resting place of such a powerful man would be well documented. But that's not the case. In fact, there are 0 physical remains or monuments marking his burial site. It's as if he disappeared off the face of the earth. And that is exactly what makes the story of Genghis Khan's vanishing tomb one of the greatest mysteries of the ancient world. Hey there, welcome to my channel. Let's dive into the fascinating legend of Genghis Khan and the mystery surrounding his tomb. When Genghis Khan died in 1227, he was at the peak of his power. His empire stretched from the Pacific Ocean to Eastern Europe, making him the largest contiguous land empire in history. But despite his many accomplishments, little is known about his personal life, especially his death and burial. Historical records are sketchy at best, offering tantalizing details that only add to the enigma. According to legend, Genghis Khan's funeral procession slaughtered anyone who saw it, and then his loyal soldiers rode their horses over his grave until the land was indistinguishable. Other stories claim that rivers were diverted to conceal his tomb forever. For centuries, explorers and archaeologists have searched for this sacred site, but every attempt has ended in failure. Even modern satellite technology has failed to locate his resting place in the wild expanses of Mongolia. The Mongolian people themselves often resist excavation. To them, the secret of Genghis Khan's tomb is sacred and disturbing. It could bring misfortune. Historians believe that the tomb may hold treasures and documents that would rewrite the history of the Mongol Empire. But without physical remains or monuments, the search for Genghis Khan's tomb is a nearly impossible task. Some believe that the tomb is lost forever, while others hope that one day soon it will be discovered and the secrets of Genghis Khan's final resting place will be revealed. If you love exploring the unknown, stay tuned for more videos about amazing discoveries and historical mysteries. We've barely scratched the surface of what's out there. So join me on this journey through time and space, and let us see where the trail of discovery leads us next. Who knows? You might just learn something new and exciting along the way. In the year 1890, the sleepy French town of Castelnaudary became the center of a scientific sensation. The local doctor, Georges de Lapouche, while excavating a Neolithic burial site, uncovered a collection of exceptionally large human bones. We're talking femur, almost a meter long, tibia and humerus, all out of proportion with normal human anatomy. These weren't the bones of an unusually tall man, but of a man nearly 11 feet tall, a real-life giant. The discovery was too big to be ignored. It was published in prestigious journals and made headlines across Europe. Scientists and the public alike were stunned. Could it be that the stories of giants from the Bible, from Goliath to the Titans of Greek mythology, actually had a basis in reality? Hadn't we always dismissed them as mere myth and legend? But the scientific community was divided. Some argued that the bones were a miscalculation, a case of pathological gigantism, or even a hoax. After all, such claims of giants were nothing new. They had been popping up across Europe and North America for decades, only to mysteriously disappear or be dismissed as fakes. Were the Castelnau bones another tall tale? There was, however, a nagging inconsistency. If these giant bones were a hoax, why did Dr. Lapouche, a respected local doctor, run the risk of his reputation to publish them? And why did several eminent scientists, including the renowned paleontologist Louis Lartet, support their authenticity? They claimed the bones were genuine, not just because of their sheer size, but because of their advanced state of preservation. According to them, these were not the bones of a mythical beast, but of a human being, an actual giant who lived and died in the region thousands of years ago. Their theory was radical yet tantalizing. Could there have been an ancient race of giants that predated modern humans? Or were these giants our distant ancestors? Unfortunately, the truth may never be known. The bones of the castle giant have vanished. They were misplaced during the renovation of the museum where they were displayed, leaving behind nothing but plaster casts and the echo of a profound mystery. What is truly fascinating about the Castelnau giants is the universality of giant lore. Stories of giants appear not just in European folklore, but in Norse sagas, Native American legends, and biblical scripture. Could these tales be nothing more than mythology? Or could they be fragments of a shared human memory, a collective recollection of a time when giants roamed the earth. We may never know the answer? The missing bones and the shroud of mystery only add to the enigma. Did giants once walk among us? What do you think? China is a country full of wonders, from its awe-inspiring Great Wall to its stunning terracotta army. But one of the most intriguing mysteries in the nation is the Longyou Caves, a labyrinth of gigantic caverns hidden deep in the Zhejiang province. The story of their discovery is almost as fascinating as the caves themselves. It was the year 1992 and local farmers were draining a pond when they hit upon something incredible. Beneath the murky water lay a massive man-made chamber. As they dug further, they uncovered 24 giant caves, each more perplexing than the last. But what makes the Longyou Caves so mysterious is not just their sheer size and the intricate patterns carved into their walls, but also the fact that we don't know how or why they were made. Archaeologists believe the caves are at least 2,000 years old, yet there is no mention of them in any Chinese historical record. It's as if they were built by an ancient civilization lost to time. What we do know is that the caves are big enough to fit entire cathedrals and that the ceilings are adorned with uniform patterns that resemble brushstrokes. The walls are so straight in places that they appear machine cut. This level of precision is mind-boggling, considering the tools and technology available 2,000 years ago. There are several theories as to what the caves may have been used for. Some say they were massive storage chambers. Others claim they were used for ceremonial purposes or as dwellings. But these are just guesses. We have no concrete evidence to support any of them. In fact, we haven't even found any tools or artifacts in or around the caves, which makes the whole mystery even more perplexing. How could such a massive construction project have been undertaken without any of the necessary tools or equipment? To this day, the Longyou Caves remain one of China's most perplexing archaeological riddles. They challenge our understanding of what was possible 2,000 years ago and leave us wondering about the advanced technology or forgotten knowledge required to create such a masterpiece. If you like stories like these, stay tuned for more updates. From the untouched tomb of Qin Shi Huang to the vanished grave of Genghis Khan, from the mystery of a French giant to the enigma of the Longyou Caves, these stories remind us of one truth. History is not a closed book. It is alive, filled with secrets waiting to be uncovered. We live in a world where science and myth, fact and legend constantly intertwine. Each discovery challenges what we know and dares us to imagine what still lies hidden beneath our feet. Thank you for joining us on this journey into the mysteries of our past. If you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe to Taylor's Unfolded, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next untold story. Because in the end, every mystery deserves to be unfolded.